I don't think that there's a uniformity in comfort. I don't think there's a uniformity in belonging. DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, needs to be in the DNA of Hobart Loomsman. If you kind of mapped out the campus and you mapped out the curriculum and the departments and the programs where some students will gravitate because they do feel a greater sense of belonging and connection, they feel that support. And there's others where they struggle, where there's a lot of disconnect, where there's misunderstanding, where people are misread. We simply can't have classes that are being taught by people that have absolutely no connection to the lived experiences of those that are learning. There's three opportunities that the office has to engage with this issue: being part of the position review team, revising the recruitment and selection policies, and having a long-term four-phase search process, from search to acing the interview, so that we are being much more intentional. We can do much better than we're doing, and I think that these three steps will move us in the right direction. In terms of both recruitment and retention of students from diverse backgrounds, from all backgrounds, a diverse teacher corps is critical. I think we have an entry point to engage with all faculty to say, if you really want to support diverse learners from diverse backgrounds, then here are our practices, here are changes that you can make as individual practitioners, and here are things that we can do as departments, here are things that we can do within divisions, and then here's what we need to do institutionally with the curriculum and with what we consider to be best practices. When everyone is doing the work, when every office, when every department, when every program, when every person in our community is thinking about who's not at the table, right? And who's not fully participating in community, right? Where are we still trying to sort of, recreate that club type culture versus that multicultural, anti-racist culture that we really need, that we must have, from athletics to chemistry to buildings and grounds. But everyone should be able to articulate their DEI priorities. The curriculum needs to be more multicultural, anti-racist, and inclusive of diversity across a range of critical areas. That should show up in our numbers, right? If we're not at a quarter of our faculty and staff that are representative of underrepresented backgrounds, then we haven't made enough movement. If we're not at a quarter and beyond with our student body, we're not representative. If we're not using more vendors of color, if we're not using local vendors, if we're not creating economic empowerment opportunities for the wider Geneva community, then we haven't succeeded. We need to step into this. We need to walk towards this. We need to walk towards inclusion, because the status quo is moving us the wrong way. And so we've got to actively be moving in the other direction.